you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow, yeah.
You know, this morning I saw you standing in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I was reminded of?
What?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Carmen was just hanging around, Carmen.
What you want me to be doing?
You weren't doing nothing. Just hanging around. This week's been a weird week because it was 4th of July.
Yeah.
So we went to work one day.
Yeah.
And you had 2 days off.
Right.
You got the 4th and the 5th off.
Yeah. But then stupidly I picked up a shift.
Well, you always say you gotta do stuff.
Man, I don't know what to do with 2 days off. It's like the first day I'll clean everything up in the house and try to reset the house.
You overdo it on the first day.
And then I don't have nothing to do.
Then you
on the
don't have
second
anything
day.
to do on the second day.
Right.
You gotta pace it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not used to having 2 days off in a row.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know.
The middling, having 1 day off here and then 3 days and then 1 day off.
I like that.
That's not the worst.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good schedule.
Yeah, I like that.
Right. But it can be some days you just need that other day.
No, I don't.
You need that other one.
I just need one full day to sleep. So I guess I could clean the first day and then just sleep the 24 hours the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One thing they used to do on Catalina is when Ben would make the schedule, he did it week to week, and he tried to give everybody their 2 days off in a row. Eventually, I just wanted 1 day off because I always wanted the day that the kids leave off.
Right.
I didn't want to deal. I hated it.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
don't.
the worst day. Yeah.
You'd always get in trouble for mopping up the dining hall floor.
Because it was just always something. It was like we need
Just be done with it.
fucking janitors for this shit.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Yeah.
And so, but before that, he'd try to give you 2 days, and more often than not, just that it was always the way it worked out. You ended up working 10 days in a row because he would do 1 week, and then you'd have the first 2 days off, and then the next week you'd have the last 2 days off. So you'd have the 10 in a row, and then the 10 in a row, and it never worked out where you got 4 days off in a row.
Right.
Because he would always look at the week before. And he'd be like, "Oh, well, he just had 2 days off. He doesn't need 2 days off again." It never worked the good way.
Yeah.
It only ever worked the bad way.
In his brain, he thought he was
doing it right.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dumb. Everybody's irritated by you.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a big part of why I don't like taking management positions, especially working in the kitchen.
Everybody's always going to be upset about something.
You're not going to please everybody with one
can't.
thing. It's no
It doesn't
possible way.
happen.
Everybody has different attitudes. You talk to one person a certain way, can't talk to the next person that way. And I've learned over the years that you have to be different with people, like especially when we moved to Portland, because I was making people cry. But like,
Because you're too mean.
I'm too hard on them.
Mean.
They were too sensitive.
You're mean.
I'm not mean.
You were
I'm
mean
honest.
to them. Yeah, honesty can be meanness.
Oh my God, these people used to be doing some stuff, and it's like, don't do that. And well, I don't. Listen, if I tell you not to do something, just don't do it. Like, and it's that simple. I'm not about to argue with you. You ain't got no experience. What I look like arguing with you? Oh my God, in Portland, that kid, he's trying to cut an avocado in half with the core still in it. I'm like, how is he doing this without chopping his whole hand off? Like, you are gonna hurt yourself really bad.
Right.
Like, don't. He's like, well, I don't care why you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it wrong.
Don't do it like that no more.
Then at that point, just because he was talking back, I was like, oh my God, you should be doing dishes. You should never be around food.
No.
And then he go outside and he cry.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. So like little things like that, I'm like, I gotta like start switching the way that I talk to people a certain way, because it's not gonna make him work harder. It just made him cry. So I was like, okay, so that didn't benefit me at all to say that to him, and then it didn't make him work any better.
Avocados are tough though.
But I've also worked
can't-
places where they try to sit. They like, Carmen, you be a mean person to him, so
Yeah,
we don't
you
have.
gotta do
Yeah,
it.
you do it.
You
It's
do
like
it.
that's so.
You're so good at it.
That's so cowardly.
You're so good at it.
Don't
You might as
say
well
I'm
just
good at
do
it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go do that? Because you're
Yeah.
just so good at it.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty bad.
So we had the day off on the 4th together.
Right.
We went to probably the greatest breakfast place ever.
We went to Three Brothers again because Kirk has this thing with Mexican food. He has to have it every day.
That breakfast burrito I had there,
It was good.
this is the best. I'm telling you, it was so good.
What meat did you get in it?
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the omelet with the brisket. the
You know what I
Southwest
almost got? I
omelet.
almost got pancakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they pancakes are huge.
Are they?
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need to. I mean, you could probably finish it.
I kind of want a pancake. You know,
I was gonna make some a few days ago.
the other day I really wanted some waffles,
Mm-hmm.
and I almost bought like a waffle iron. And then I look at the batter, and the batter was like $10. And then it's like, I'm making it for myself, you know.
Not me.
So I'm making it for myself, you know. And so I gotta make the waffle, and then you gotta have something to eat with the waffle, right?
Right.
So then I gotta do that too, and it became like a whole big thing. And then I'm gonna have this box of pancake waffle batter,
Yeah, 'cause-
forever, because
know.
I'm not gonna want to have waffles again
Not for a
for a
while.
long time.
Yeah.
But I kind of might just get it anyway.
Don't
Just
do
for the
it.
one.
We don't need it. No, Kirk. Just go get frozen waffles out the freezer section.
Lego my Eggos.
Yeah.
What do I look like, in 11? Isn't that her treat? She
Yeah.
like the Eggo waffles.
Man.
We do have the same haircut, I guess.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's
but you
cute.
have to explain 11. People don't know who that is.
From Stranger Things.
Okay. You have
Yeah.
to say that.
I think a lot of people know what Stranger
I
It's
think a
huge
lot of
hit.
people don't.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's funny.
I don't know. It's a big hit. It's like Netflix's best show. Everybody's holding on to Netflix until Stranger Things is over, and then they cancel.
It's been a lot of different stuff coming out on Netflix. I like to watch the 85 South show. And I was like, hey, let's check it out.
Because we had the day off.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, the first thing you said to me today, not that day, was, can we watch the 85 South special? It's the #1 special on Netflix.
Yep.
I said, okay, sure.
Yeah. It
And then what happened?
I got about 4 minutes in.
Uh-huh.
Not even that long. Like 3 to 4 minutes in, I was like, ugh, I can't watch this for too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, when you bring a podcast to a live show, they do well, but I think because they were doing it and it was being filmed, they were uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they
They were like trying to be 3 hype men.
pretty much.
They weren't doing anything. They're like, we love Atlanta. Atlanta's the greatest.
Yeah.
Atlanta's the party city. And that was 4 minutes. And then he said, nah, I'm done talking about Atlanta.
Because like I've seen like little live shows. I've seen a lot of their live shows, and their live shows don't come off as that like they're trying too hard. And I think doing it for Netflix, when you putting it into a special type deal, has to be structured a certain way, and like I think that that threw them off their game trying to film for Netflix, because that's a big deal. Everybody's gonna see it. Versus when they do their actual live shows, like people record them on YouTube, or they'll put out like the whole video.
Right.
And it's way different. They interact with the crowd, but you could tell like certain stuff they can't say because it's on Netflix, so they have to edit themselves. Like they have one of those crowds that's like raunchy, you know. They say any type of thing to girls, and like they call out couples in the audience, and they interact with the audience, and Have a bunch of friends that's been to a show when they did it in Detroit, and they thought it was the best thing ever. But watching it on stage like this for Netflix, it was like, man, they probably don't need to be on Netflix.
You might have liked it if you were in there, if you were in the crowd.
Yeah, but
rather than watching it. You're right.
Yeah, because I could tell that they were doing it a certain way because of the Netflix part of it. And it was like, oh, I can't watch this. It's kind of watering it down a little bit.
Yeah, then you made it. You turned it off.
Yeah.
That was enough. The dream was over.
Yeah, Kirk probably like, I don't want to watch anything with you. You watch it 4 minutes in,
Watch
you're
it
like,
4
no,
minutes. Yeah, or any show we start, we can't ever finish.
because I fall asleep.
You fall asleep.
The TV puts me to sleep.
Not just like a show, like a series. We'll get like Preacher. We started Preacher years and years and years ago. We got to the last season. There's this big heist going on, and we don't know what happens at the end.
Well, why don't we stop watching it?
Just stop. Why haven't we finished Succession yet?
I don't know. Because I fall
We
asleep.
only got a few episodes left. And you won't make us go over the finish line, Carmen.
Okay,
What series have we finished together?
Below Deck.
And we didn't even watch the last one.
No, it's a lot more Below Deck, actually, that we haven't gotten to. So, yeah.
But I'm below decked out.
Yeah, no, we got to watch more.
No, that's it.
So, you finally, well, I won't say finally, but you went to the store and you got your Crave cereal.
Okay, Carmen. This isn't just Crave cereal. Okay. We had some bad milk in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Let me preface this. We had some bad milk in the refrigerator, and I was gonna get some cereal, but then I was like, "Oh, I gotta get milk." We don't drink milk typically.
Nope. Because you want to drink the oat milk in your coffee. So
Right.
now we got a whole thing of milk.
Yeah, but you can't eat cereal with oat milk.
Right.
It's just not right.
Yeah.
It just
I know.
doesn't work.
I know.
Almond milk, it doesn't work. Now you can have chocolate milk with almond milk. That's really good.
Yeah, you doing too much.
Why?
If you would have got chocolate milk for that cereal, I would have been like,
Why would I
this
get
is
chocolate milk for the cereal?
Because you do. You like,
Anyway,
you like chocolate.
this isn't just any regular Crave. This is a new flavor, right? And it's double chocolate brownie batter. See, the thing about Crave is it's a cereal, and then in the middle is chocolate. This one is chocolate cereal, and in the middle is the brownie batter.
Yeah.
So good. But I'll tell you, I make myself a nice big bowl of this Crave double chocolate brownie batter. And then I look at the back of the box, and they got like puzzles and games and stuff, for you to do as you eat your cereal.
Yeah, because cereal's for children.
Okay. They got like these puzzles and games for you to do while you eat your cereal. And it was the same one that was on the regular box that I got 2 years ago.
Boy, you mad that the games wasn't different?
It wasn't a new puzzle. It was the exact same puzzle.
Okay, I don't think it's designed for adults to be sitting there playing puzzles on the back of it. I remember being kids and we did that. We're little kids. It's like, give you something to do at the table.
Carmen, if I get a box of cereal and it's been a number of months since I got a different type of cereal, I don't want the same puzzle on the back.
You don't need to be doing the puzzle. Watch TV like a grown man when you eat the cereal. It's like, Jesus Christ. Oh
It
my
was very
God.
frustrating.
I always ask I tell you, I work with these two kids at work and they're brothers and they are very large people. Like, Jesus Christ, how tall is y'all parents? Because this boy 15 and he's 6'4". Like, these are big children, you know what I mean? And I always ask them, I'm like, did y'all mom hide the food from y'all? Was it like portion control? Because I know y'all was eating everything. Y'all huge.
Yeah.
And then I think the older brother is like, yeah, sometimes like they had to like stop us. And then he was telling me how he has a friend that just like pours the whole bowl, the whole box. So he's eating one box at a time. His
Right.
friend is also huge. He's like, he pours the whole box inside like a big mixing bowl, and he used like a ladle to eat the cereal. I'm like, that is absolutely,
That's crazy.
that's crazy. No, come on now.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing that. It's like, like he could probably eat another one. It's like, you don't need to eat a full box of cereal.
I knew this guy. His name was Sebastian. They would call him Busty. And he would eat cereal like that in a big bowl. And whenever his like nephews would come over, they'd be like, "Can we get some cereal?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, you want a regular bowl or you want an Uncle Busty bowl?" And the Uncle Busty bowl was a big bowl.
That's
We're like,
ridiculous.
Busty
though.
balls.
Oh my God. It's like, don't be encouraging the kids to be doing that too.
But I mean, it's like, okay, I'll get cereal every once in a while.
Right.
It's not a staple.
Right.
Right. It's kind of like a special treat,
Yeah.
you know. And I could do a box of cereal pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the bowl that I had today, that box of cereal, 3 bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
And I didn't have a big bowl.
No.
It was just a normal
We
bowl.
just got, decent sized bowls.
But it wasn't like a huge bowl.
No.
It's like a soup bowl.
Yeah.
But that would be 3 bowls.
Yeah. Okay. But how many bowls of cereal you need in one day? I would get tired of it. Like, I made 2 packs of ramen noodles. I gave up halfway. I was like, this is too much.
Yeah. The problem with ramen is 1 pack's not enough.
2 packs
2
is
packs
too
is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just way too much.
Yeah.
But it's funny because that's why my friend's mom used to hide that cereal and stuff in their room, because they got 4 big children. That's 4 boxes a day. They could all eat a box by themselves.
Right.
That'd be 4 whole boxes a day. She'd be like, no, y'all get 1 box between the 4 of you guys. I'm like, well, somebody's getting shorted.
Right.
Because somebody get more than the other. Like, we never had that issue. Like, I'm like the girl that I work with for Christmas this year. She had a friend that works at the pantry, so she got all this stuff, and she gave everybody boxes of pantry stuff. Just being nice for the holiday, which was really cool. But in the box, it had the off-brand cereal. You ain't touched that. Kirk don't like no off-brand cereal.
It's not that it's off
It
brand.
was like crispy rice.
No,
It's
it's not
like
it's not that it was off brand. It was just not something that I would typically have.
Rice Krispie and then crispy
Yeah.
hexagons.
Yeah.
That would be Chex, right?
Yeah, like Chex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's a mental block. I don't want no off-brand cereal.
Yeah. No, I don't care about that.
I do. That's
don't
why I
care
don't want to go to Aldi's. It's like we should save money and go to Aldi's. But the last time I was in there, I said I don't want this stuff.
You don't want it just
And
because the names are different.
The names. Well, I also tried Kroger brand off-brand, like Kroger brand stuff,
Some
and it's
people
not
say
good.
that Kroger brand is the name brand.
Yeah, it's not though. I'm like, they cheese don't even melt. Like this stuff ain't regular stuff. No, I need to have regular stuff, like things I'm used to.
Right.
I cook for a living, so I have a different
With
way.
the Primo stuff.
Yeah, I'm used to having all the nicer stuff. So I'm already deprived of that because we haven't really been able to get it here the way I want to.
Get what?
Like certain things I'm used to.
Like what?
And I don't work at a restaurant where we sell all that stuff.
Like what? Stracciatella?
Yeah, all the cool stuff.
Right.
You work at a fine dining restaurant. The chef's bringing all these cool things for you to just have. You can just try them all the time. And then you're supposed to taste stuff, so you're tasting good stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So I can't go from that to off-brand. This tough.
No Aldi in our future.
Nope.
That's the worst. $100 at the grocery store every time for the Allward Johnson
For 2
household.
bags.
For
of
2
groceries.
bags of groceries.
We got enough to last for a while now, though. But last night we get pizza from Cottage Inn, and that was pretty cool. Cottage Inn, I like their pizza a lot.
Yeah.
It's like it's a deep dish pizza,
It's
kind
like
of.
it's a thick pizza.
Yeah,
I don't know how you got the pizza you got. Because
It's
my
the-
pizza always comes smaller. You got this big rectangle box. My
Yeah.
box come in a square.
I don't know what. Just pick it on the internet. I was having a hard time because Uber Eats is. I don't use Uber Eats,
Right.
so I was having a hard time ordering. I just ordered what I saw on a website. I don't know what you order specifically, but man, that pizza so good. I was like, that's the #1 pizza place here that we've seen so far,
Yeah.
for sure.
Cottage Inn pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like if we could locate some great Chinese food, that would be nice. Because
That's
right now,
the last thing that I just want a nice dumpling.
well, I would like some seafood too. That's
Seafood?
not frozen.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, I ain't
something you
getting
ain't
that.
gonna get.
Right.
It's just what
But
it
the
is.
fact that Columbus got so many bad Chinese restaurants,
Yeah.
it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We've already tried like 4
Right.
that was bad.
Yeah. And then there was one over the. I went to a concert, and
Yeah.
on my Uber to the concert, I saw a Chinese place, and it was like in this like little ugly like strip mall, you know, and I was like, that's the one, that's the one right there.
You think so?
Yeah. And so you know what I did?
What?
I got off of work, and I drove to that Chinese place. And I get out of the car. You know what I do?
What?
I walk to the front door. And you know what had happened after that?
What?
It was closed.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably not
It
the
was,
one.
It was closed, Carmen. It wasn't even open.
Oh, my God.
Man, my heart sank.
Oh my God! I went to one by the Kroger that I go to. One of the Krogers that I go to, the little ghetto Kroger,
Yeah.
and then it's a Chinese buffet.
Right.
You don't like stuff like that,
No.
but it was actually pretty decent. I was actually pretty shocked at how it was. And then if you get food to go, you just pay by the pound. So you just load up your boxes with however much you want, and it starts at $6, and then it goes up from there.
Right.
So I think I paid $6 for a pretty decent lunch plate. It was. I'm telling you, don't make your face like that. It was actually pretty decent.
No.
Why do you think it wouldn't be?
No, I don't trust that place. Next to the
Buffet
shoe
style?
store?
Yeah,
It's not even. What's the shoe store called?
shoe place,
Shoe Palace?
shoe show palace.
Oh, no.
It's a that place. They got all this name brand stuff they selling in there. It's like this place look ran down like you're gonna find like some good Payless shoes in here, and then you get in there and it's like $400 shoes in there. No,
Yeah. No, I can't go to a Chinese place next to a shoe place.
Kirk, you make life so much difficult because
And it's a buffet.
yeah. But if it's the buffet, you can eat as much Chinese food as you want to, and they got all the stuff. They ain't got no dumplings though, and their crab rangoons was burnt up.
Yeah.
All of them was burnt up.
Why?
But they
Why
had mac and cheese and chicken and potatoes and all
That's
that
not
stuff
Chinese
too.
food.
Well, you know they have to add that in there.
Right.
They got a
Because
customer
it's a buffet.
base. Yeah.
And that's stuff that holds under a light for a long time.
Right.
Right.
Not the crab
Trash.
rangoons.
Garbage, Carmen.
Oh my god.
We don't need it.
Yes, we do.
No.
I love buffets.
The
And that
worst.
buffet not super busy, so it's cleaner than
It's
other
not
ones.
super busy for a reason. It's not like people are like, man, I wish I could just go there, but you know, it's just I don't know. Just if it was good and if it was busy, it would be good, right?
Yeah.
If it's not busy, probably a reason for it.
I got food.
There's
from
no
them. I didn't
there's
think it
no
was too
gems
bad.
out there that are just like man, just sitting there waiting to be discovered.
Mm-hmm.
In the food market,
I think there is.
I don't know about that.
When that guy that I worked with in Portland told me about his restaurant that flopped, and he was doing
Ramen.
a ramen restaurant. I think he had a gym. I just think it was in the wrong area, the wrong location.
Yeah,
everything.
ramen could be something that's if you go a little bit too far outside of the city.
You gotta have that in a perfect location,
Yeah.
and he had it by where all the college kids are. Well, it's like these are not. It's like some college kids are like hipsters and they like to eat like the ramen and like different stuff. Some college kids want pizza.
Pizza.
So the
burgers.
pizza place
wings.
down the right. Some college. It depends on the demographic of college kids. Like Portland was a super healthy city when it came to certain stuff. Like a lot of people rode bikes, and a lot of people like the vegan places were popular there, and the salad places were popular there. People always went to them. Like even at LB Kitchen, that was like right by our house. It was always a line. Always people trying to order food from there.
Yeah.
So people
They didn't even have a place to eat
no, but they still
after the COVID.
right. And they people would stand in that line
Stand in line all the way down
to
the
get
street.
avocado toast.
Yeah.
Avocado toast was so popular in Portland. So like people ate like a certain way. His place would have worked in Portland, not in Philly or wherever he, Rhode Island where he was. I'm like, you just in the wrong spot for it. So he's like doing all this creative stuff, spending all this money he putting into it, and then these kids are like, we don't want a $44 bowl of ramen.
What is that? Noodles?
Noodles.
Noodles?
Yeah, he had
I
a
don't know
gym.
about that,
He
man.
just put a gym in a bad spot.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. When I first hear like, oh, you open a ramen restaurant, who does that? It's stupid. It's just like, that's just my first thought, because I didn't get into ramen until Portland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get into it. It's not like they're eating ramen in Arizona and in Texas. I mean, it's there, but it's not it's not super popular like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm never
Because
thinking,
it's hot.
yeah,
Right.
everybody eating that.
What am I supposed to eat? This hot soup noodle?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's hot. It's 100 degrees outside.
yeah, yep. I remember when I was living in California, the chef there got so angry at me because I called ramen noodles. He was like, "No, it's soup." It's like, but it's noodles too.
Yeah.
The pack of ramen noodles.
Pack of ramen is noodles. When I make ramen, I make noodles.
You don't make soup.
I ain't making soup.
But I guess it's it is a soup. But
It is a
people,
soup,
yeah. You make. Oh my God, your ramen is so disgusting.
It is not.
It's the worst thing ever.
Why?
Because you don't have no juice in it and you put cheese in it. Who eats that?
Well, I get the chili ramen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to throw some cheese on there. I used to put one. I used to make double, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would put one directly into the refrigerator. I'll save it later, and then I'd recook it again.
Oh my God,
Put it in
Kurt.
the pan with some eggs in there. Oh, it's the best.
No, it wasn't.
It was so good. Yeah, it's a good cheap meal when you're broke and don't have no money.
I know when you tell me when you were in college, you're in your first apartment, and you're telling me the stuff you used to have in the refrigerator, like just cheese and noodles.
Cheese, noodles, spaghetti, tin can sauce, spaghetti sauce in the can, and Old Milwaukee beer.
I just feel like it's a better way to shop and be more efficient than that. Like you could buy bread and bologna,
Sure,
stuff
you
like
could,
that.
but but it was pasta, so it was spaghetti
Yeah,
and sauce.
yeah, that's true.
Right.
That works for dinner.
Yeah,
Like you could buy a few different.
a lot of
things.
spaghetti, a lot of ramen.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get 5 meals of ramen for $1.
that's true.
Yeah, this is like the late 2000s,
Yeah,
Carmen. This stuff still costs $1.
right,
I could get 10 cans of sauce, and it was like $1 each.
right.
Right.
Yeah, my first apartment, I didn't have anything in my refrigerator, and I didn't have anything in my freezer either, but ice. I just had a sheet of ice in the freezer.
Yeah,
It was so bad. I had a bad ice addiction,
that's gross.
so I would just pour like bottles of water in the bed of the freezer,
That's
and then use a knife and like pop out the ice pieces, and then I'll just have like that ice all day.
okay. That's
It's pretty bad. A lot of people got ice addictions. I think a lot of people can relate to that, Kurt.
sounds like psycho stuff.
It's just a low
some
iron.
crazy
It's the
people
iron
stuff.
deficiency problem.
So after we went to Three Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
you said we have to go to Kroger, I believe you said.
Mm-hmm.
So like wait, and I said, yeah, that's fine. We got to go to Home Depot anyway,
Right.
because we needed to get some neem oil for our plants.
Yeah.
We got some house plants,
Yep.
and they get little gnats in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I look online, and I said, need to get some neem oil.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go to the Home Depot,
Yeah.
and I'm looking in the plants section.
You looking in the weed section.
I'm looking in the plants section. It's all the same. And you're like, well, where is it? Where is it? I said, we got to look for it.
Why you want to go on those type of adventures?
We got to look for it. And then you're like, and then you just go straight to the guy
Yeah.
and you say, do you know where the Keen oil is? And he was like, what? And I was like, neem oil. And he's like, oh, yeah. There's this stuff over here. And then he tells us about so that's the thing, Carmen.
You didn't want to deal with that?
He tells us about all the things. He's like, this stuff works, this stuff works, this stuff works.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's standing there because I know what bottle I want. And it's not the bottle he suggested.
Mm-hmm.
And he's standing there. And I'm like, okay, dude, you can get out of here so we can take our pick. He wanted to know what we took.
he got all this useless information that needs to be shared with somebody.
It's not useless.
Like, it's not, I mean,
It's part of his job.
it's part of his job, but like he has to share this information. It's not like he can use that information and like in besides it, unless he use it for his own
Except
house.
his career.
Right.
Right.
It's like he at home talk about neem oil. They like, get away from me. So he got to tell somebody.
Uh-huh.
But you just wanted us to keep looking around, looking dumb. For me, why would I look for something when he knows where it is?
Yeah, but then you got to talk to him.
So what?
I don't want to talk to him.
Oh my God, you got to get over that, Kirk.
But we can find it just as well on our own.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting there. We were going around the way.
Mm-hmm.
Stores are designed for you to be able to find things. That's just how they work. You're going to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, but why would we keep looking in the wrong section? I knew he was in the wrong section.
We got all day.
I know, but I just don't understand why we would keep looking when somebody know where it's at already.
I don't know. I like the adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was taken away from me.
Oh my God. Cut it
I
out.
don't know how I feel about that.
Shut up. So I've been watching this. I just wanted to touch on this really quick. I watched a lot of the true crime documentaries. I'm a crime documentary girl. I like all these different cases and stuff. And I don't know. I'm just in the crime documentaries. And it's this girl. She's a blogger, YouTube girl, and her name's Christina Randall. She does all her videos, and she's so good. And I think she even did some time in jail for like something back in the day, beating up a girl or something back in the day. So she got like interesting takes on like all these different systems and how things work, and like the way she explain a story. She's such a good storyteller. Is like, cause you just gotta listen to this girl talk about these stories, cause she like invested. Mm-hmm. But she always starts her stories out like, "Hey, my lovelies, my babies, I'm glad you gathered back." And like she talked to like the audience like, "Yo, we friends. Like y'all back. We about to talk again." And like that's kind of her thing, you know. She's like, "Hey, my lovelies. Hey, my babies." Right. Now this girl Kimberly Flowers just popped on the scene, and she's doing the same thing Christina does.
She says hello.
She's stealing
babies.
her, yeah, but she's but she's just like, "Hey, my love," or like she tried to change the word a little bit. Mm-hmm. But girl, we know Christina's been doing this for a long time, and you just popped up and you're taking her way of, and her background even looks similar. How do you even like do anything about that?
Shame.
She knows.
That's just the worst.
Okay, when she listened to her, I'm like, the way her angle and the way that she goes about her stories is so good, and that's why she has so many followers. And that girl Kimberly listened to her. She probably idolized her, and she's like, "I'm gonna do mine like that too."
Right.
But then she switched a couple words around. But like, how do you can't really do anything about somebody doing that, really?
No, it just is what it is.
Yeah, but but everybody knows she jacking her, and then sometimes you can go under the comments and they're like, "Oh, hey, Christina." Mm-hmm. Like, so people are aware, like, girl, you trying to rob off her stuff.
Right.
Like, we're not going to listen to you because we're going to listen to Christina.
Yeah.
And then Christina explains it way better than her, but you could just see her doing a little rip-off stuff, and it's like, I don't like that.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to see the comments every now and again of videos and stuff where they people don't like to see things, but they like to watch the things that they don't want to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
She just came out with this new album. Mm-hmm. Right. And was it last month? Mm-hmm. And it was also Pride Month. Mm-hmm. And she was in a parade playing songs from the album on a float.
Yeah.
You know, a pride parade.
Yeah.
Because she's in that community.
Is she though?
Yeah. And in one of the comments it says and it was like a live video. Like you had to like click on it. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't just you couldn't just scroll through it. Like you had to click on it. And on one of the comments it says, "You're confusing our children." And like somebody had to click it, find it, you know who the whole thing is just to say that. You know, like that's interesting to me that the people, like somebody's like, "Oh, hey, Christina," you know, why do you have to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do people feel compelled to?
Because the internet give people a way to be able to say stuff. and not be held accountable for it.
Uh-huh.
Being able to say something, and irritate somebody without having to have any accountability and not know who you are or nothing, is something that's extremely like
Anonymity.
yeah. And I don't know if you said that right. Anonymity.
I see anonymity.
Anonymity. But people like that, and it's just like, that's the thing. Like that same thing, you go say in somebody's face, they slap you on your mouth, but you can say it on the internet because they don't know who you are.
Right.
So it's created a lane for like people who would never talk like that to be able to say what they want to say. Yeah. Like the wimpy kids, they can come and talk mess now and not have to worry about getting beat up. So it is an interesting.
Interesting.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.